What is up, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome to Horizon 5 and the 911 Speedster that's been added into the game very recently. I wanted to actually have a look at this thing and drive it because, you know, initially when I saw this I was like, oh, okay, fine, it's another 911. I'm a fan of the 911s. I actually wasn't before, but I am actually a fan of the 911s now. Over the past, whatever, 10 years or whatever it was. But when I was a lot younger, I was like, they all pretty much look the same. I mean, they're a cool car, you know, it's cool sports car. But I was just never like a huge fan of them. But yeah, now, new 911 added into the game. It's not a brand new car, but it is a new 911 when it comes to, you know, in-game. Now, really quick, if you're brand new to the videos and you like what you're seeing, please subscribe. It helps out a lot. Click notifications button as well. Trying to get to 400,000 subscribers, and obviously I can only do that with your help. So if you like what you're seeing, subscribe. Anyway, back to the video. Sounds fantastic. Over 9,000 RPM redline on this thing. Very cool wing, and obviously the most important thing with this car is that roof. So when it goes down, it's not just it's not a Targa, you know, it is a somewhat of a convertible, but it has a very cool shape to it. Very cool shape. It still looks like it's supposed to have the roof there with that back end on this thing. It actually looks so good. I really like the way this thing looks. I think this is so much nicer than just a normal 911 cabriolet. I genuinely think it's so much nicer. The Targa though is still unbeatable, I think, in my eyes. I think the Targa is still the nicer looking 911. If you're talking about, you know, no top 911s. And I had to get it in Miami blue. I had to get Miami blue for this thing. It just is. It just is. It's just such the perfect color on a 911. Like, I would get it in real life. If I was to spec a brand new 911, it would be in Miami blue. If they still make this color available to get on brand new cars, I would 100% be getting a Miami blue 911. I don't know if you can get it on like a Turbo S, because that's pretty much the 911 I'd go for. Either that or a GT3. I wouldn't even go for the GT3 RS. I'd go for like a GT3 because I think it's just a better car in general to use on the road. But I love a 911 GT3 or a Turbo S. But they have to be Miami blue though. That'd be so good. I don't think I've ever seen a Turbo S in Miami blue. I don't know, there's something about this color that's just so cool. The car actually drives really nicely. I haven't done anything to it. I literally just got this thing. It drives really nice. Easy to handle, easy to control. I feel like it has a lot more downforce than what it seems like. Oh, that looks good. I like that wing as well. That looks really good with this thing. Oh, the Miami blue looks great on it. It's a very cool car. Very cool. Yeah. I think the Targa is still my favorite. Yeah, I really like that. The shape of it is so nice. With that really raised rear end here. That's very cool. Very cool car. Alright, let's have a look at the specs of this thing. Bring it over back into the garage and we'll obviously do some stuff to it and see what we can change on it. Let's go to that. Send ourselves back into the festival. And let's see. Let's see. So, it's an S1813. The car itself is making 503 horsepower, 470 newton meters of torque, and it weighs 1,540 kilos. So, let me get this straight. This is the same spec pretty much as a 911 GT3, but it's without the top. Am I correct in saying that? Is it just the 911 GT3 without the top? Let me have a look here. And have a look at the GT3 as well. Just to be perfect. Because this is how I know that this car is what it is, right? Because it's not your regular 911. So the Carrera S, obviously it's not the same thing. The GT3 RS is there. I don't think... Oh, here's this GT3 RS. So it makes 514 horsepower, 470 newton meters of torque, and it weighs 430 kilos. So it's very similar to that. So this obviously then is just a fancy version of that. I don't think I have. I don't think you can get. Can you get a GT3? I don't think you can get just a normal GT3. So this is the old GT3 RS, which is technically still this car that I'm driving right now, except it's facelifted. So yeah, I think I'm right with that. I think the power of this thing, I think that just the power plant and everything in it is very similar to what a GT3 RS actually is, except, well, basically it's this car here, except the RS part, just the GT3 part, which is very, very cool. So it's a very, very fast 911 without the top on it. Cool. Okay, let's see what we can do to this thing. I definitely want to change the rim around the wheels. I do like these wheels, but I think it needs bright colored wheels. I definitely do think it needs bright colored wheels. It's just something about these wheels that just don't deserve to be black. They just do not. So is there a way I can change these to then be like a silver or a chrome or something like that? So this is aluminium brushed. See, I don't want them to be like chrome, if that makes sense. So this could look nice. Aluminium semi-gloss. Yeah, the aluminium semi-gloss I think is probably the spec that I'd go for these. Am I the only one that's seeing like... Are they like really, really badly detailed? Why do they look like that? I feel like the rest of the cars look so nice, and then because I put this... Oh, they look so bad. What is going on? Why does it look so bad? Because the rest of the car has so much detail and it looks beautiful. And then these wheels look like they've been taken out of Forza Motorsport 2. Why did it look so pixelated? I can literally count pixels in this thing. I can see where the jagged edges are for it. Why do they look so terrible? Oh god, what do they look like just in black? Okay, you can't really tell the difference in black. Oh my god, what? Okay, so I'm gonna paint them this color because this is, I guess, closer to what I like. So it's kind of silver, pretty much. Which is kind of what I want it to be. Maybe this. It's like a little... I don't want to paint them white. Okay, we'll keep them that color. God, why did it look like that? I'm definitely not changing the exterior paint of this thing. I literally bought this thing in my MW. There's a bunch of different colors that you can get for this thing. I'm actually kind of happy that Porsche is still a company that does like very colorful cars. Like, look at this. So this is pretty much the standard spec of this car, which was that. Then we have the white, black. I can't remember the name of this yellow. I used to know it. Even as silver, it doesn't look too bad. So there's a lot of different types of colors, but the blue with the silvery, like, white wheels, definitely the way to go, in my opinion, on this thing. And I'm definitely going to keep the brakes as well in that color. Okay, well, let's do stuff to it. Let's try and ignore the fact that the wheels are made out of like 10 pixels, but that's okay. We can turbo this thing. Can we supercharge it? We can't, but we can turbocharge this thing. So 503 horsepower with twin turbos, 635 horsepower. We'll have a look at the, I was about to say, I just want to have a look at the other engine that's available for this thing. 3.8 liter flat 6 twin turbo. I can't remember what engine's this from. Is it just from the older 911 Turbo S's? Is it? I think it is, right? Or is even the new one a 3.8 liter? I think it is, right? I think only the GT cars are 4 liters. Am I right in saying that? Because I think this car right now is a 4 liter pretty much. It's 3.996. But I definitely do prefer the sound of this engine compared to that one. But I will turbocharge this engine. I'm going to leave it rear-wheel drive still because Porsches have unreal grip as rear-wheel drive regardless. What does this look like? That is disgusting. I definitely don't want to do that. And now we're making this thing a stupidly powerful car before the road. For the road. Just to see what is capable to be done with this car. Even the track width I don't really mind like that, but obviously since we're going to be changing our suspension a little bit as well, and it's going to go a little lower, I'm down to bring the track width out slightly. So maybe first step on the rear and then 2 steps on the front. Pretty much buy whatever is available for this thing. Race transmission, sure. I mean, it already changes gears ridiculously fast as it is anyway. Put race diff on it because why not? And yeah, once we start lowering this thing, our wheels will start to get slightly cambered. I don't want to put drift suspension on it because I don't want to go around drifting this thing. So I think just the race suspension is perfectly fine. That looks really good. That looks great. What's the cage look like in this thing? I like that actually. That looks really, really cool. I'm not doing it because it's still a street car that I'm building. But it looks really good lowered. And obviously it's just a full-on twin turbo build as well, which is gonna be so fast, man. 923 horsepower, weighs 1,300 kilos. I feel like this thing is just gonna absolutely run away. S2 918. Okay, let's have a look. Let's see what this thing is like. Just cruise on the road with. Maybe do a few pulls with it as well on the highway. I think our top speed could go even higher. The 235. 250. Okay. I don't mind. I don't mind doing... Imagine doing this. Okay, I want to see what's our top speed at this thing. Well, that graph decides to not go up anymore. That's what it was. There we go. It stopped going up now. So 253.8 is what we're going to leave it with here, so... Okay, as for everything else, I'm going to leave everything the way it is. It's already as low as it possibly goes. Yeah, I'm just going to leave everything like that. Let's take it out on the road and try drive this thing a little bit. I think we're in a dry season now as well.
You're loving the Eliminator, aren't you? Oh, tell me about it. These Battle Royale games are so addictive.
Mate, I haven't played the Eliminator in like weeks. What are you talking about? Almost 10,000 RPM redline on this thing. It's so raspy. Jesus. Yeah, it definitely pulls. It sounds a little bit different on the inside. There's a big transmission whine. Oh man, this actually turns in really well. If I just slightly lift off the throttle, that front end just pulls around. Look at this. That's very cool. There's another fellow Porsche there I just overtook. I love these 911s, man. I absolutely love these. The brakes are really good. It's so responsive as well. That exhaust is very, very raspy. Even though this was already a PDK, so it would change gears incredibly quickly. Actually, is it? I don't think it is. I think it's a manual. It is a manual. But we made it so it changes gears like a PDK. It already changed gears very quickly regardless. Oh man, imagine driving this thing manual as well. I'm not like a huge, you know, like nerd when it comes to manual versus, you know, DSG or PDK or dual clutch or whatever. Like I'll get something that's like faster and more enjoyable to drive on the road, but like if this was like just a weekend car, just something that you drive every now and then, I would take this as a manual. I would definitely take this as a manual. I think it would be just such a much better experience to drive this thing as a manual. Is that what the Speedster just comes with? Is this just a manual? I don't know. You guys can let me know because I don't really know a lot about the Speedster itself. God, that looks brilliant. Taking it sideways up the hill as well. I have an idea. I have an idea. One sec. One sec, boys. Let's got the hood. And let's get rid of... let's get rid of all of that. Speedometer, turn that off. Units, doesn't really matter. Ghosts, doesn't matter. Skills, turn that off. Notifications off. Online notification off. 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 Oh, actually, these don't really matter. Cockpit drift camera, that's perfectly fine. That's sensitivity, that's fine. That's exactly what I want. Save and continue. I'm gonna bring this over to standard as well because it looks a little bit more smoother. And This is more like it. One sec. Let me go back, because I think that's going to be really, really annoying, hearing the ticking in my ears. So let me do this. There we go. Alright. Oh god. Did not expect that. I keep forgetting that this thing has like 900 horsepower now. Just hammering it up this hill. This is a joy to drive. It's actually so nice. It's so fast. Tiny bit of understeer there. Whoa. Just power sliding this thing through corners. Oh my god, what a car. What a car. I've had a bunch of requests of people asking me to just take the cars uphill in like cockpit view or whatever, in cockpit camera. Whenever I drift sometimes, I see those comments pop up every now and then. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video of a 911 just being thrashed up this hill. But yeah, if you're careful on the throttle, you can actually take corners very quickly with this thing. I mean, I'm just flooring it, I'm just booting it into every corner here just so I can get the back out slightly as well, so just power sliding everywhere. It is brilliant to drive. I think I need to take this game a little bit less seriously. I think that is my issue here. Oh my god. I haven't even touched the handbrake because I know that in this car it's not a real handbrake, so I don't want to treat this thing like it's okay, I'm gonna turn around by the way. Yeah, I don't want to treat this thing like it's an actual drift car. That idle is unreal. And I'm putting the roof back on it again. Cool. I really wish that the animation was still there though, but I don't know how it'll work in this. I don't know what the animation or what the. I don't think there is an animation. I think this roof probably. I think it just gets tucked away, right? Does it? I don't think it's like automatic. This, or maybe it is. No, it is automatic, isn't it? Because the rear end, like the rear flaps, like lift forward, and then it falls into the back. Yeah, I remember now what the roof assembly looks like on this thing. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed today's video of the 911. Just me building it and then thrashing it up this hill because it's just so much fun. I definitely recommend trying it yourselves. Just get rid of the HUD and just enjoy the game for its like simplicity. Again, like I said, I need to take this game a little bit less seriously. Like I always complain about this game being like, you know, anything that's competitive about it. I'm a very competitive person, right? But everything that's competitive about it is like being cheated in that. And I think I just need to take these sort of games just a little bit less seriously and just enjoy driving cars in the game, you know? Just enjoy the simplicity of this feature. Because in that sense, this game is a very, very good game. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like it, subscribe, comment, share, or whatever it is you guys want to do. But that's it from me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.